I made a new discovery. I merged Maslow's pyramid with philosophy. And guess what? I found a way to categorize people, not by money, not by status, but by how they think. So, where do you stand on the pyramid? Let's find out. Those who are addicted to their stomach, their lust, and their sleep are slaves in 3 layers. That's what Diogenes said. Welcome to the first floor of Maslow's pyramid, the layer of survival. Hunger, sex, sleep, they're not evil. But when they rule you, you no longer live like a human. You survive like an animal. And what happens when you can't satisfy them? Rare, but real. Some people can't access food. Others can't release their sexual energy. And nature doesn't like stillness. That repressed libido becomes noise. In women, it may manifest as excessive talking, gossip, or obsession with control. In men, as rage, impulsiveness, or empty conquests. Freud called this sublimation, when unmet drives get redirected, often without us knowing. So, again, are you feeding a need? Or is a buried fire trying to speak through you? You locked the door. You saved some money. You got health insurance, but you're still anxious. Marcus Aurelius whispers, you have power over your mind, not external events. And that's beautiful advice. But let's be honest. Some of you live in countries where you are the external event. Bad people exist. They always have. Since the first so-called civilization, you can't meditate away a corrupt landlord. You can't journal your way out of poverty. Because when you're hungry, when rent is a nightmare, when safety is a luxury, how do you climb a pyramid? So what is the solution? Is it working harder or working smarter? Is it discovering yourself and building a life where you never have to work again? Or is it something else entirely? Whatever it is, we're climbing, one breath at a time. You've survived hunger. You've found shelter. Now, you want something softer, to be held, heard, understood. Psychologists call it a need for love and belonging. It's not weakness, it's wiring. But here's the danger. The more we chase connection, the more we fear losing it. And that fear makes us shapeshift. We follow crowds. We copy others. We beg to belong. Buddhism warns us. Craving connection creates suffering. Taoism reminds us, belonging doesn't come from force. It flows. Still, the greatest healing comes from family and close bonds. But if those people know your weakest point, isn't that also where the deepest wound can land? You wanted love. You got it. From your family, at least. Well, most of us. That's a topic for another video. But now, you want something deeper. Respect. To be seen, admired, or at least not ignored. But here's the paradox. Should you live how your family wants, how your friends expect, how society rewards, and be loved for someone you're not? Or do you live in truth, do what's right, pay the price, and earn a lifetime of peace, calm, and self-respect, even if it sometimes feels lonely? Here we are, my favorite part, the top of the pyramid, the rarest room in the human experience. Not everyone gets here, and those who do, they're not doing it for money. You might say, but people chase money all the time. True, but many aren't chasing money. They're running from their house, from their partner, from their parents, but actually from themselves. So, how do you know? What if self-actualization isn't just what you want, but also what you're good at and what brings you joy? Maybe it's all three, but not everyone's that lucky. Not everyone had a family who helped them explore, or a culture that guided them well. Still, those who belong to this floor, you can tell. They don't wear masks. They don't try to impress. And if you pay attention, people are surprisingly easy to read. You climbed the mountain. You reached the peak. You became who you are. But what if that wasn't the end? What if true freedom comes not from finding yourself, but from losing yourself completely? Buddha sat beneath a tree and dissolved the self. Mevlânâ turned in circles. To forget the Nietzsche walked alone, to become something greater than man. This floor isn't about success or power. It's transcendence, a sacred rebellion against the ego, a quiet surrender, so something larger can live through you. They no longer ask, "What do I want?" They ask, "What does the world need from me?" So, do you think this floor really exists? And if it does, who lives here? Let's talk in the comments.